I'm Jenny Nichols, Culinary Coordinator at Central Market Mill Creek. Today we're going to make a summer berry cream tart. These little tarts are so elegant you'll never guess how easy they are to make. I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, so I'm going to grab my puff pastry out of the fridge and we'll get started. Puff pastry is sold frozen, and it's best to thaw it 24 hours ahead in the fridge. But if you have to thaw it on the countertop, just be sure not to let it get too warm or it'll start to stick to itself and then it gets very hard to work with. So I'm just going to unfold it. And cut it right along the seams into thirds. And then across the middle to make 6 little squares. Okay, then what I'm going to do is take each square and score the outside of it. You don't want to go all the way through, just score it to make a little box. And I'm going to do that to all 6. This recipe makes 6 individual tarts, but if you want to make one large one, just use the entire sheet of puff pastry and just score the outside edge. All right, that's it. So now I'm going to place these on a baking sheet that's been lined with parchment paper just so they won't stick. And pop them in the oven for about 15-20 minutes. When you get them in the oven, don't open the door. They need that high heat to puff. All right, so while those guys are in the oven, I'm going to make the cream filling. So for that, you can use a stand mixer, or if you have any kind of electric mixer, you can whisk it by hand, but it'll take a little muscle. To make the cream filling, I'm going to start with an 8-ounce tub of mascarpone. Mascarpone is a fresh Italian cheese made from cream. It's similar in texture to soft cream cheese, but it has a much creamier, smoother flavor. Then I'll add a ½ cup of whipping cream. Next is 1/3 cup powdered sugar and a teaspoon of lemon zest. All right, and then I'm just gonna crank this on. And whip all these together. There, and that's about it. So you're just trying to get it to a nice soft peak, so when you pick it up, it just kind of, that bends a little bit. That's perfect. Right there, ready to go. All right, so we'll put that aside and work on our fruit. So here I have 1.5 cups of berries, and you can use whatever is in season. You can use blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, anything that you like. So I just have about 1.5 cups here of berries, and I have raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries today. And I'm just going to sweeten them up with a little bit of powdered sugar. And if it's the middle of the summer and the berries are super sweet, you don't even have to add extra sugar if you don't want to. But all right, and then I'll just set that aside for about 10 minutes while our puff pastry finishes baking. So my shells have come out of the oven, and I let them cool to room temperature so I can handle them easily. And you can see it's made a nice little square here. So to make the tart shell, I'm just going to score that again with the knife and then just pop that center right off. And that makes your shell. So you can see how easy that was. Now I have 6 beautiful tart shells ready to fill. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball to divide the cream in about 6 and just plop it in there. All right, and then I'm going to top it with my beautiful berries. And that's it, they're ready. So here, we can just put them on a plate. Sweet and light, this dessert was just made for summer. So enjoy your summer and enjoy your summer berry cream tarts.